welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. I am Bishop Terrell Watkins, the Senior Minister of the Sunshine Cathedral. With me today are Bishop Robert Griffin, Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, and Reverend Kevin Tisdall. We are the Queer God Squad. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about us.
Queer God Squad was created by Hotspots Happening Now to support our mission to explore the value of faith in the LGBTQ community. There is no streaming TV show like this in the entire world.
In 2025, we are celebrating the 40th anniversary of Hotspots magazine, the 5th anniversary of Queer News Tonight, with nearly 10,000 stories and 10 million views in 2024. We produced the 25th anniversary of the Stonewall Pride Parade and Festival on June 14th. Pride Fete Diversity Pride in August and Pride Fort Lauderdale next February.
We are the largest nonprofit LGBTQ media organization in America, and we encourage you to support our mission to inform, entertain, and educate our community and allies.
This is the Sunshine Cathedral Perspective. Let's talk about SCNA, an LGBTQ embracing Christian denomination you may not know about. The Swedenborgian Church of North America is a progressive voice within the broader Swedenborgian movement, actively embracing and affirming the LGBTQ+ community. Rooted in the spiritual insights of 17th century Christian mystic Emanuel Swedenborg, the Swedenborgian Church of North America interprets his emphasis on divine love and a life of charity as a call for radical inclusivity. This understanding leads them to welcome all individuals regardless of sexual orientation or gender identity. To be sure, there are less queer-friendly Swedenborgian groups, but the SCNA has been completely welcoming for a long time. The SCNA's commitment to inclusion is evident in its practices. They ordained their first openly gay minister in 1997, and many of their local congregations proudly perform same-sex marriages. Furthermore, all rites and sacraments of the Church, including baptism, confirmation, communion, and ordination, are available to LGBTQ+ individuals. The SCNA publicly declares itself not merely open, but, quoting, LGBTQ+ embracing, encouraging its constituent bodies to adopt similar welcoming policies. This stance is supported by a theological approach that views the Bible and Swedenborg's writings through a lens of love and diversity, affirming the equal value and worth of all people and their loving relationships. SCNA is a small denomination. It is progressive and a precursor to some of the metaphysical movements. Their understanding of the Trinity is God as love, wisdom, and activity, and this Trinity is fully embodied in the person of Jesus. They read the Bible allegorically, looking for deeper spiritual meanings beneath the stories. For the SCNA, salvation amounts to ongoing spiritual growth and evolution, and is available to every loving person living a life of goodness, regardless of their religious affiliation. They believe that God can bring goodness and growth from any situation. They believe angels are people who previously lived in this world, and they believe the so-called second coming is a spiritual event that happens within us. They affirm that God is all-loving. If you want to check out a Swedenborgian service, remember it's the Swedenborgian Church of North America that is LGBTQ embracing. They have resources online if you would like to know more about them, and you can check out swedenborg.org. I love this. I want to be part of this. Well, maybe not, but really it's certainly worth investigating and embracing. And when everything, it struck me when everything seems very overwhelming, there's so many groups, evangelicals and Pentecostals, that are really just espousing hate, it seems. You see groups like the SCNA and MCC and Sunshine Cathedral really open and affirming and welcoming. And I love their idea of the Trinity as love, wisdom, and activity. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah, the wisdom of God in the Proverbs is the firstborn. And of course, Jesus is called in the Gospel of John, God's only begotten or firstborn child. And so Jesus does sort of embody the wisdom character from Proverbs. And then of course, 1 John tells us that God is love. And then the Spirit is like the wind that blows where she will. And so this idea of love, wisdom, and activity is actually pretty spot on, even though because they say it differently, people might think, oh, that's not. In fact, Swedenborg himself, he was the son of a Lutheran bishop. He was accused of heresy. He was a scientist, a philosopher, a mystic. He had visions and all of that. But he didn't start a church. Most people that are at the center of a church didn't start it. He didn't plan to start it. He just had philosophies he was sharing, believe it or don't believe it, whatever. But and this is in the 1700s, then in the 1800s in England, people started studying his work and forming around it, and a church was formed in England. I don't know when it actually came over to the U.S., but the Swedenborgian theology was a big influence in Helen Keller's life. Mm-hmm. She even wrote a book about it. A lot of the things that you've also heard at Sunshine Cathedral. Mm-hmm. Swedenborg has influenced more people than even know what he's done or who he is. Mm-hmm. And but he's still with us with this progressive and mystical way of looking at Christianity. It's an universalist Christianity. Like, as long as you're a good person, loving, making the world better, that's what salvation is. Yeah. Like, it's not about I signed on to a certain creed or whatever. Right. So yeah, he was way ahead of his time. And but I do like the Swedenborgians. I like the Quakers. I like the UUA. I like the Episcopalians. I mean, there's some really good, all based on love and community and justice, and MCC and Sunshine Cathedral and ICCC, and we're out there. But if you don't have anybody else, do not overlook the Swedenborgians. They're pretty groovy.
When I think about this particular group, I love the line that you read about their belief in the second coming, and they believe the so-called second coming is a spiritual event that happens within us. Right. And as growing up from that tradition, but the second coming was the end of the world. Jesus is coming back. Blah 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 blah. And I like how they interpret theirs as this is something that happens within us. And I just like it sits right into my bones almost. And and an awakening moment of like, this is what happens within us when we have new understanding, new insights, new reasons to understand something differently than what we were taught as a kid raising up. And so kudos to them. I could be there too. Yeah.
These guys, where are they focused? I mean, based. Is it Ohio? Oh, now I don't remember.
Not the one in Cambridge?
But yes, they're part of that group. Yeah. But there's another group based in Pennsylvania, much more conservative. They are not gay friendly. And then I even think there's some split off groups, like some super, super tiny groups whose name I can't even think of. But so when we're talking about this group, this is the Swedenborgian Church in North America. It's its own thing, and don't get it twisted up with the others.
You may have a second coming.
May not find what you're looking for.
Yeah, this is like Southern Baptist versus Alliance of Baptists. They all call themselves Baptists, but they're not the same thing really, and the same thing. So it's the Swedenborgian Church in America, the National Church, SCNA.
That's what I like about this table. I learn something new every week, and it's great to see that there are so many different organizations, some religious, some secular, that are out there that are sharing good news. Mm-hmm. That is something that we can't get enough of in this world. Mm-hmm. So I invite you to continue to seek, and as you're seeking, never forget Sunshine Cathedral. Never forget that we are there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, giving you a practical look at what religion can be, what following or traveling with, better said, our brother Jesus, what it can look like. And as long as we are here, we are going to continue to share with you good news and what we understand to be the true good news of what religion can be. It is difficult to understand that there are still groups out there that literally preach hate. So you don't have to go to them. You can come to us and learn that we are going to make sure that you hear some good news. Amen.
And that's today with the Queer God Squad.
Before we go, we want to invite you to join Sunshine Cathedral for a wonderful travel experience and help our mission for our community. Join Divine Science Everywhere for 5 days cruise aboard MSC Seashore, starting at just $299. Departing on November 2nd, 2025, this all-inclusive getaway features free bus transfers from Ocala, the Villages, and Leesburg, plus free Wi-Fi throughout your journey. Enjoy open bar access for only $99. You'll explore Nassau and Paradise Island, the Bahamas, and relax on MSC's exclusive island, Ocean Cay Marine Reserve. Special perks from the Happening Out Travel Club include private happy hours and exclusive dining events.
If you haven't heard of Divine Science, you have heard of what it's about. If you like Oprah and Chopra, Louise Hay and Michael Beckwith, spirituality that's based on love rather than dogma, or you're familiar with Silent Unity and the Daily Word, or the progressive, positive, practical spirituality of the Sunshine Cathedral community, then you already have a pretty good understanding of Divine Science, a New Thought school of thought that has been around since 1888.
You can book your spot with a $199 deposit. This nonprofit 501c3 trip is provided at reduced prices because of the charity fundraising educational mission of the Travel Club. We invite you to join us on this amazing cruise for fun, connection, and spiritual renewal. For more information or to reserve your spot, visit divinesciencefederation.org and click Events.
Get ready for an incredible journey on the Ultra Deluxe MSC Seashore. This 170,000-ton, $1 billion ship offers 5-day cruises from just $299. With free transfers from Ocala, the Villages, and Leesburg, getting to Port Canaveral is easy and convenient for you. There is more. You can upgrade the experience with our $99 open bar package and enjoy unlimited drinks, cocktails, coffee, and more for not one, not two, but every day of your cruise. Your special Travel Club package also includes free Wi-Fi. This MSC Seashore cruise will take you to Nassau and Paradise Island. You also enjoy the pristine beauty of Ocean Cay Marine Reserve, the world's top-rated private island experience. It's a slice of paradise waiting for you. Plus, your open bar access extends to the exclusive Ocean Cay Island too. So, if you dream of sipping on drinks and unwinding on stunning beaches, this is the day for you. When you purchase the $99 bar package, you also receive complimentary Wi-Fi for all 5 days, so that you can share every unforgettable moment with ease with the world. You'll also enjoy exclusive onboard events with fellow travelers, from private happy hours to special dinners. It's all included just for you. Last but not least is the ease of booking this trip. You can secure your spot with just $199 deposit and then pay just $49 a month. Why wait? Book your cruise today for the adventure of a lifetime. Call today to book your dream journey on the MSC Seashore Cruise.
I invite you to share this episode on your social media, and I also welcome you to find Sunshine Cathedral on Facebook or Instagram.
You can also like our Bishop's page on Facebook. My page is Bishop Robert Griffin, D-Min, and Darrell's is Bishop Darrell Watkins, D-Min. We're also on TikTok. Remember to visit sunshinecathedral.org frequently. There you will also find Bishop Talk, where Bishop Darrell and I interview queer religious leaders, activists, and scholars.
Thank you for joining the Queer God Squad today. We are here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to discuss what our LGBTQ community is talking about.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's leading progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together. Remember that we are all in this together. And also remember, you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad.